Hey, it's me, Kathy. How you doing? It's Christmas week, and it's so exciting. Santa came yesterday and brought me an air fryer, so we're gonna be playing with that. But today, we're gonna make lasagna, because I had made that great sauce, and I had some ground beef in my freezer, and I had some sausage in my freezer. And so lasagna is kind of my thing, has been for a long time. I was very successful in catering and all kinds of lasagna, meat, butternut squash, seafood, spinach, mixed vegetables, grilled vegetables, chicken marsala, and it's just a great thing to do. So we're gonna do it, and here we go. I'm gathering all my ingredients, and I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees. We have some chopped up and drained ground beef, some chopped up sausage meat, which is going in, and we're gonna mix those together. That sausage is going to give some big bites to this meat mixture. And then I learned along the way, you're going to love those, but I'll introduce them in a minute. Okay, our meat's mixed together. Kelly's enjoying that sausage plate, you can hear in the background. And here we have our beautiful sauce that I made in my Instant Pot. And what I learned a long time ago, and I started saying this when my phone started ringing, so I paused for a minute, but I like to coat the meat in some sauce. Not a lot of sauce, because we're going to use sauce between the layers as well, but just enough to make it so that it stays moist and mixed, and it makes a nice filling for our lasagna. And the next thing we're going to do is our cheese. Okay, so we have a container of ricotta cheese, and to that, to bind it together, we're going to add a beaten egg right down in there, and some herbs. This is dried basil and dried oregano. And some Parmigiano. Oh, I didn't know this was a new package. Give me a sec. Okay, that's going in. Nice big handful. We're going to use Parmesan when we make our layers as well. But okay, so we're going to mix this up really well, and that's our cheese layer. Okay, we're ready to build. We're going to take our baking dish and spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. And the first thing we do is to add a layer of sauce, just a thin layer. You buy these by the case, and they're, you know, ready to go, par cooked. They do have a little plastic in between them, which I did not know. So, and the good news about these is they fit the pan perfectly. So we're going to start our first layer. Okay, our pasta sheets are down, and spread them into your pan. So our first layer is our cheese layer, and we're going to use about half of what we have, and lightly spread that around until it's all nicely evenly spread out. You want to go all the way out to the edges, because when we pile this thing, you know, you want to make sure that there's lasagna all the way around. So next we have our meat. Our meat mixture goes in, and we're going to spread that evenly all over as well. And here we go. Meat's in, nice even layer, edge to edge, top to bottom. And the next thing we're going to do is use a little Parmigiano and sprinkle that all over. It's all about the cheese. And here comes mozzarella. she goes. And now we're going to repeat our layering process. So, and if you want, I'm going to do it because the sauce is so awesome. We're just going to drizzle a little sauce around. And now we're going to repeat with our next layer. Okay, next layer of noodles. Press it all down. And anyway, cheese. And we're going to use the rest of our cheese, our ricotta cheese. Miss Kelly's going to love this bowl. I think we spread the other layer a little too thick, but we can make it. We'll get it. We'll get it. Cheese layer down. Next, we do another layer of meat. Probably we're going to use all of this. Okay, meat's in. And mo cheese. Use a little. Not as much as the last layer. Okay, now we're ready to finish this guy off. So we're going to do another layer of noodles. Now, because this is the top layer, and we're going to top it with just cheese and sauce, I want to get some better coverage. As you can see, we've left a little space here, so I'm going to take another one of those noodles and cut it into strips. I think 2 will be enough. So the next thing we're going to do is sauce it up. Get in, get in, get in, get in. You don't want dry noodle sides, so I'm making sure that those corners are all tucked in. And that for me is enough sauce. If you like it saucier, you go ahead and use some more. But that for me is enough. And the last thing we're going to do is cheese it. Okay, just to finish this off, I am going to just sprinkle it with a little bit of dry basil. Gives it kind of color, a little more flavor. And now we are going in the oven for about 20 minutes and we'll see what she looks like. And there we are, browned, bubbly, beautiful. Okay, it looks like our lasagna is well rested. And so we are going to cut it and serve it. It still seems a little squishy, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to loosen up the edges. So I'm going to take this piece right here, make sure that it's cut all the way through. You know I love my fish spatula. The first piece is always the hardest. So we'll see. I may need to take another piece after I get this one out. Come closer. Looks delicious, but it looks delicious on the inside. We're going to give it a little taste and see how it came out, and that is our Christmas lasagna.